Today I wanted to talk about Fortune-499, the 2018 game from AP Thompson and Jenny Jiaosha. The game follows the story of Cassandra, a young witch with a corporate job and a knack for predicting the future. Here's the official description. Fortune-499 is a game about money and magic. You play a fortune teller working in the magical resource department of a large corporation. You engage in day-to-day office activities such as forwarding emails, attending meetings, fighting back hordes of monsters, and dealing with printer jams. With some tricky magic up your sleeve and your job on the line, it's up to you to build a future out of the hand you've been dealt. I wanted to talk about Fortune-499 because I really enjoyed Fortune-499. It's just a good game. And yeah, that's kind of a simple reason to talk about it, but whatever. I don't really have any complex thoughts on it either, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. So here's 3 things I really like about it. The first thing I like about Fortune-499 is its narrative. And by that I mean that I like the story that it's trying to tell, and that I like the way that it's told. Essentially, the narrative follows Cassandra through a sort of corporate crisis. And, well, there are monsters and stuff. In my notes, I wrote the words corporate ho-hum next to the words clairvoyant witch, and I think that describes the game really well. It's witches and wizards and monsters and the day-to-day of corporate life. It's an equal balance of magic and mundane, which works really well here. And at first it seems a little cute, and it totally is, but along the way it evolves into a kinda confident and casual condemnation of corporate culture. And that's sort of awesome. The second thing I like about Fortune-499 is how clever it is. It's almost consistently clever. And there's 2 parts to that, I think. There's the narrative part, which is kind of a fun takedown of laughable corporate culture where you play as a clairvoyant witch, and that's pretty cool. And then there's the gameplay part, which is sort of a breakdown of odds and prediction and fate that plays out through rock, paper, scissors. But it's more clever than that. It's more like a recontextualization or even a deconstruction of rock, paper, scissors. But it's also not really about rock, paper, scissors at all. That's just your way of interfacing with probability. It's more of a deck building game than a rock, paper, scissors game. And you're building a deck of fortunes to sidestep probability. You're using your magical skill to sidestep the hand you've been dealt. It's like a metaphor, I guess. And it's not a super complicated idea, but it is clever, and it is handled really well, and it feels really good. The third thing I like about Fortune-499 is the way it looks. It has this 3-color pastel look that is incredibly charming, and all of the pixel art is absolutely adorable. Look at this little guy. How could you not love that? And look at these character portraits. These are so good. Again, this is super simple stuff, but it's completely charming, and it looks great. So those are 3 of the things that I really like about Fortune-499. My thoughts on the game are obviously not that complex, but again, whatever. The game was clearly crafted with a ton of heart, and I just found that it was consistently more enjoyable and more charming and more clever than I thought it would be. And that's just impressive. It's an impressive game. I've raved about Fortune-499 for the entire video now, and at this point, I don't think I have anything more to say. The game is $4.99, and it is fantastic. You should buy it. It's absolutely worth your time.